We just saw Captain America Civil War, and on this show I take my friends, we go see a movie, we review it here in the car, and then we have a discussion. The review video is spoiler-free, so if you're on the fence or looking for a recommendation, you can watch this video to find out what we thought. And if you want to see the spoiler version, if you've already seen it and want to know all of our thoughts, check out the other video, Captain America Civil War, movie discussion with spoilers, Electric Boogaloo. This is, of course, the latest Marvel movie. It's the third Captain America movie. I would say that it's probably, you can call it Avengers 2.5, because it's really a lot more of an Avengers movie, I would say, than necessarily a Captain America movie. But it's the same people that brought us The Winter Soldier, which is arguably the best, if not one of the better, Marvel movies that there have been. And I was really happy with it. I thought it was really well done. The thing that really stood out to me in this movie, it's not quite as much of a game changer as the last Captain America, which was a political thriller, which was kind of a surprise and very interesting to see them do that. This was more of a straight up, hey, look, we can do the Avengers 2 sort of thing, which is great because they're going to do the Avengers. And it was also a really good display of, just because we have superheroes that have superpowers, we can do lots and lots of practical effects, and they look cool, and the stunts are good, and it's not all things flying through space, and you don't know where everything is, and everything seemed really well grounded. All the CGI work that is in there pretty much just fades in, so it just looks seamless. So I thought the stunt work was really well done, and it juggled a lot of characters very well. So, you know, I'm certainly not going to talk anybody who wanted to see this movie out of seeing it, but I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. It was very good. And yeah, if you're bored to death of superhero movies and only want to see one more this year, this one would be high on my list of ones to see. So that's my thought. What do you guys think?
I thought it was great. Absolutely amazing job done by all the producers. I have absolutely no complaints.
Okay.
Civil War is actually a huge part in the comic universe. It's very, very essential. So the fact that they did this, and how you're kind of saying like it was Avengers 2.0, this movie kind of has to take place in order for all the other movies to take place. Mm-hmm. And so it's one of those movies that, like, yes, they have to do it, just like how they're redoing Spider-Man, but at the same time, like, they did it so well that no one's going to care.
Yep.
So that's kind of my thought. It was so good. Yeah.
Cool.
For me, A+. I mean, it's the upper tier of the Marvel movies that have come out. I'd say top 3, maybe top 4. I was a little worried at first because a little bit more shaky cam than I care for, but that also could have just been for the use of 3D, could have been what caused that to be in the beginning, but that seemed to pan out as time went on. It seems a bit of a misnomer, maybe call it Civil War, because this might be civil dispute among a bunch of friends, but overall they did a lot with this movie, and they had a lot to get in. And they did so rather well. I would have been afraid for a lot of franchises on this case because we've seen other superhero movies cram too much stuff in and you don't get any plot. It's still complete. This is still a complete story from front to back.
Very much.
I thought it was really well done. I enjoyed the movie the entire time. I definitely I didn't know that it was going to be almost 3 hours. So go into the movie knowing that it's very long, but it doesn't feel like that. Some parts are a little slow, but overall, like, I'm still having a difficulty seeing that it's a Captain America movie because it seems like it was so much just Avengers. Mm-hmm. Like, for it to be called, Captain America, I didn't think so. I thought it was, definitely an Avengers movie, but I enjoyed it. It was, it was good. I'd recommend it to people.
Cool.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I too recommend it to people. I too recommend it to people because it was actually pretty spot on for comic book stuff. Like the Civil War, everything was spot on. But when you get down to it, they balanced out each character really well. Like they didn't focus too much on one side.
Mm-hmm.
They had that perfect balance.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
I think what Amber was saying, how it was kind of like she doesn't see why it's a Captain America movie. I think that's a really common complaint because I've heard that a lot, and I know enough about comics, but not enough to explain why this is a Captain America movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of agree with her on that. It had definitely more of an Avengers feel, more than it did a Captain America feel.
Yeah, and we'll get into that a little bit more in the spoiler version.
I think for the Captain America side, Captain America was definitely the central focus of a lot of the Civil War comics.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think it gets his name, and I think they plan for something pretty intense for Avengers 3, effectively. Possibly going to the cosmic stuff. We don't know yet. So that's my 2 cents.
Okay. So we're going to cut it there for the review, but if that sounds like a good thing, go check that out. If you want to see the spoiler version, look for that. And if you like the way we do these, please like the video, subscribe, and check out all the written and video reviews at dalemaxfield.com. And thanks for watching.